Hello, children. Let us start the last topic of your chapter number 1 that we discussed in our previous lecture, right? Challenges to nation building. And today we are with the last topic, that is reorganization of the states. Let us a quick revision of your previous chapter, I mean to say previous lectures. Till now we have studied major 3 challenges for the nation building just after the independence, that is faced by Indian central government and others. And then we talked about how these yesterday instrument of succession, how these different states were intermingled with India. Some of them were ready, some of them were not ready. Then we discussed about the role of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel for the instrument of succession, instrument of accession as well as accordingly. And that's why this instrument was not sufficient to satisfy, to convince the citizen of India that was freshened, got freedom. And whatsoever partition was there, they were not ready to adapt the situations very easily. And it was very important role played by these our national leaders who convinced them under this instrument of accession. And accordingly, when I would like to talk about major 2 states where this issue was too much burning, Hyderabad and Manipur. Hyderabad and Manipur, these were the 2 states where this issue took its, we can say, vicious form, very terrible form, where citizens, where people were not agree, or somewhere state leaders were not agree, if agree to merge with India, right? Yeah, as I told you that with the Union of India, when all these people were doing this national movement, even before the independence, when these movements were going on, and as earlier I told you, there were different 114 states, 119 big states, and nobody want to believe as an ordinary citizen, because small states, organization, administrative units were there, and they don't want to leave their power. Even no one want to leave power, right? Even we people don't live to our power, even from minor things to major things. It is the human tendency, but it was a major issue during those days, with the unification, we can call, with the integration, with the unity, with the, we can say, harmony, to maintain the harmony, to avoid the two-nation theory that was earlier here. So this was the major issue was there in Hyderabad and Manipur. Hyderabad was as ruled by Nizam. At that time there was Nizam Asif Khan. Asif Khan was there, and in Manipur, Bodh Charan Singh was there. Bodh Charan Singh was there, the ruler of Manipur, that particular state, not all of the Manipur. Please keep in mind, when we talk about, we are talking about these geographical boundaries that were earlier exist, not nowadays boundaries. That is somewhat different. So these were not, here was a big protest by the people. Fantastically it is represented that these people were not ready to be ruled by this Nizam, because he was somewhat cruel, not very democratic, somewhat nature in monarchy, and being monarch, or simple words we can say, being his dictatorship, he don't want to leave that rule, and people were not ready to be ruled by him. So that was the situation over there, that people protested, and Nizam was one of the richest men during that time of not only India, of this British India, right? So that's why I don't want to leave that tax revenue territories, whatsoever facilities were there regarding administration, but just vice versa happened here. This Manipur people, they want to merge with, they don't want to merge with India, but that both Charan Singh was somewhat in favor for the unity, because people of that area, they want separate, they want their identification, and they want their perceive their identity as a plural there, they want to be separated. They thought that if India can be divided into that part, Pakistan is separated, and some other belts are also trying to be separated. Why don't we try to be get separated? So in this way, somehow both the things were merged. Both the states were merged into India as a union. And with Manipur, there was one agreement was signed in 1948, and it got implemented in 1949. Somehow both the states merged into India as a union state, and then there is keeping all this in mind, our central governments, central authorities of India, I would like to take the name of, under the leadership of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, one more act was passed, reorganization of the states. Re-recognition, sometime it is called re-recognition and reorganization of the states. It was once again very major problem for the leaders, representatives who have to see the administration very difficult, very challenging. The entire system was completely under the pressure of previous what we have tolerated, and seeking the future, what to do, how to do, and so that people may not get divided once again. There must not be development of two nation theory like ideologies among the citizen of India, and keeping in mind the very spirit of democracy that was earlier there. They want to maintain the basic idea behind the democracy. When all these people are not given equal recognition according to them, ultimately they will try to leave the union. But this thing was not very much appreciated by our central leaders, central government as well. To keep this balance, this act was passed. Under this act earlier, there was the provision that based upon language and culture, geographical boundaries can be created. Geographical boundaries can be created. Whosoever want to live with the particular language area, particular culture area, accordingly citizen can live there. And here I would like to take the name of Sri Romula Patti, Sri Romulal. He has played very important role. He was a Congress leader. When he heard that they are not being given such representation according to their language and culture, they also want to be able to live together, not to wanted to merge with India as a union. There was a issue of Kerala, Karnataka, Madras, nowadays it's Chennai, and Andhra Pradesh. And he belonged to this state Andhra Pradesh, and for this Andhra Pradesh he went on fast till that approximately 56 days fasting he was for the favor of this issue that citizens should be given appropriate recognition according to their language and culture. right? But here he was very right. Some critics and other politicians have mentioned idea that whatsoever he has demanded, that is not based on previously issues. Like previously we have to be got divided based upon our we can say communal rights based upon religion. Now it is something different. But once again there were controversies. Somehow, seeing this condition, there were different type of strikes, dharnas, bans, and different type of killings, atrocities, and moreover many were rape case like that. Then government formed this Reorganization of State Act in 1955, and it was implemented in 1956 based upon this language and culture. India would be divided on geographical boundaries. In other words, it is being said that that there is a provision of linguistic states, mean to say geographical boundaries can be created based upon language and culture, and it is optional for the citizens. Wherever they want to live, they can live. So this story doesn't end here, right? There are major partition, major divisions, and this State Reorganization Commission of India, that was Act was India. Under this Act, India approximately recognized as State Reorganization Act in 1956. This led to the creation of 14 states in the beginning in 1956 and 6 union territories. Very, very important. 6 union territories and 14 linguistic states. And this story doesn't end till now. You have seen that after that there were 19 states, then there were 20 states, 22 states, 25 states, then 27, 28, and now approximately we have 29 states in India accordingly. One state is, 2 union territories also created last year, Ladakh, right? So in this way this story doesn't end, and I am going to give you some major years so that you can recognize those states on map. Year 1960, you have to read from your book. Year 1960, 1962, 1960s, 1963, 1973, right? Here are some important areas. You have to identify and locate on the map with their questions which states were merged during this 60, which states were carved out from which state 1963, same year 1973. It is given on your book page number 23. Page number 23 it is given, and accordingly you have to frame these questions to learn, right? So that note down these points: 1960, 1963, 1973, and 72, 1956 already I have told you, right? 1956 and 2000 and 2020, 19, right? And here I would like to mention your very major article of Jammu and Kashmir also, 370 and 371. That is also part of this State Reorganization Act. In this way, this is all about this chapter, how the geographical boundaries created, how the center-state relations, and overall this system further leads to the federalism, right? That is a form of government, democratic federalism. So hopefully students, you have understood whatsoever we have discussed today. And this is your homework. You have to see and name these states which were carved out and merged during these particular years from India. Okay, carved out from which state? Right, that is given on your page number. I told you page number 19. Submit. So there it is written. From there you can understand page number 23. Page number 23. It is given in boxes. Here, sorry. Page number 23. It is given in the boxes. You have to identify and recognize and write. Thank you. Take care, students.